Hey, boys and girls. Hi. This is gonna be a bit awkward today because my dad's is in the same room as me. But don't worry, he won't able to hear me anyway because he had the headphones playing his football game. So yeah, and well, lucky for me and lucky for you guys, we're still going to enjoy ourselves today. Well, tonight, because basically I'm gonna share different kind of stories that you might be interested. Some things that happened in real life, of course. So I don't know where to start, but I can always start with when I was born. Yeah, I could do so. So so basically, some of you may remember my actual birthday. So but the thing is, you may not gonna believe this if I tell you this. I was originally going to be born in on the 10th of December, but turns out I was born early. Yeah, so that's why I can say. Yeah, and I just hope you boys and girls can understand that I can't, talk a little louder like I usually do in my stream videos. Since my dad's in the same room as me, I just hope you all can understand. I'm gonna keep my voice a little low, just for the night. So hope you can understand that. Thank you. So okay, so well, um, okay. Sometimes when I was born, my sister they got jealous. Yes, for what worst, she did storm off like have a bit of tantrum. But I don't really remember that, to be honest, because I don't really remember anyway. Like, because basically I was a baby at the time, like I was like a newborn child. Yeah, and yet my parents told me what really happened on the actual day when I was born in the hospital. Yeah. So that's why I can tell you from my birth. So, uh, hmm. Sometimes after coming home from the hospital, well, as in after I was born and that, well, I did have a lovely new adventures after that, after being born. Yeah, and I do. I can't even remember that much, but I can remember a little bit meeting my grandparents for the first time. Yeah, my dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family. Yeah. Hey, Sebastian. Hi. Yeah. Um. Okay. So first of all, I actually quite enjoyed meeting my other family members when I was a baby. Yeah. Okay. Um. So yeah, that's what I can say. So that's chapter two for my story. Well, I'd say me um, learning to walk, learning to talk, and going to nursery and all that. Well, primary, whichever you want to call it. Uh huh. And um, and I'm not sure if some of you may know this, but I did draw a picture of me as a kid on the Deviant Art, and I did write a little story for that picture when I mentioned that I was struggling as a kid and I didn't have much friends at the time, and I was really like, I mean, I didn't get along well very much with other people around me when I was a baby, well, kid, whichever. Yeah, and well, I do remember this well, one of the staff members in my nursery school. Yeah, she was really lovely. I literally, well, I don't really remember much about her, but I did remember met her again once in my older primary school. Yeah, you know what, like when you were like 7 and 8, something like that. hmm So yeah, but actually, I think I was like 9 or 10 when I met that woman again. So yeah. hmm Yeah, I just I just remember her, and I still remember she had this red hair. She was a lovely woman, by the way. Yeah, I won't reveal her name though, but all I can say is that she did used to have red hair when I met her once in primary school. hmm And did I ever mention that that same primary school is the same primary school where I met Sophie for the first time? Well, yeah, it's quite good. Yeah. Uh, Aw, I agree with you, Joshy. Yeah. Okay, so although it's funny enough, because that same primary school I'm talking about, it, it was originally called something else before it changed to a different title. I won't reveal the name though, but still, I just remember the primary school used to have a different name before it changed to a different name. And because the original name for our primary school, we used to wear I think it was red. Yeah, that's it, red. But we don't wear red anymore since then, because ever since the school changed the title and all that, we started to wear purple uniforms. hmm Yeah, it's something to do with this Cath- Catholic sort of thing, like baby Jesus kind of stuff. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And speaking of which, Easter is coming very soon. As a reminder, I think it's on the 20th of April. Easter is coming. So yeah, hmm yeah. Okay, so yeah, and when I first met Sophie, she was a really lovely, just like me. Yeah, something like that, Joshy. So yeah, so so that memory I'm talking about how I met Sophie the first time. Well, I just remember I met this other girl called Jenny. She was very lovely. So yeah, yeah, I just remember her coming over just to meet me the first time before I end up meeting the other boys and then meeting Sophie. Yeah, and I just remember uh, how I quickly had this little fond with Sophie on that moment, and yet she was a bit nervous when she first met me, and although I was nervous myself actually, hmm and be awkward, but you might remember this, Sophie, because I know you will, because I remember you were playing these little tea sets, like pretend little food, like bananas, apples, whichever you were playing with, and pretend teacups, like you're pretending to have a cup of tea. I remember that memory so well, and that was like somewhere next to the telly. Yeah, I actually quite like playing the pretend tea party. It sort of reminds me of that thing in Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Okay. There's no such things of on happy birthdays because well, don't get me wrong. So yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And that telly I'm talking about just now, that used to let us watch like videotapes, as in VHS. Yeah, I just remember that. hmm And as I started to become a new student later that year, 2007, actually, it was. hmm Yeah, well, on that very first day, my very first time of being a student, it was actually quite nice being a new student. Yeah. I mean, it's not always that easy to be a new student sometimes, but I did got used to it, like, sometimes, like, eventually, like, straight away, like, a couple of few hours later and all that. I mean, everyone is so nice to me in that school. Yeah. I miss these boys because they were quite funny, they were fun. Some of them can be rude and can be mean to me and Sophie and some girls sometimes, but we just get along with them. Yeah. I mean, no matter how rude they get, we still have to get along with these boys in our class. Yeah. And funny enough, because the first videotape that me and my best friend Sophie and one of the boys and some of the girls were watching, well, the VHS we were watching on that day, my first day in school, it was this film called Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, I know you're going to say you remember that movie, Sophie, because I know you so well. Yeah, I was actually enjoyed that film. So basically, it was alright as it gets to the bit when Jack climbs up to the beanstalk. Yeah, until the bit when he saw this princess standing, literally just standing right on that moment, just staring at him, like only for a second moment. I literally got myself creeped out. It just literally gave me a jump scare. I was never expecting that. The first thing before you could say anything, boys and girls, the Jack and the Beanstalk film that me and Sophie have watched when we were kids. It's a film from the 70s, 1974, the same year when my uncle was born, my mom's brother. Crazy. I mean, seriously, I remember I asked Sophie nicely, can you please skip that part, Sophie? I didn't like that. And she kindly did. And I actually appreciate that she respected my feelings. So I'm actually quite glad to have Sophie in my life. And she did change me too. She helped me a lot. Yeah, I hope you actually appreciate that, Soph. Yeah, tell me about it. But still, me and Sophie and the rest of the kids who are watching the film enjoyed the rest of the film. Thank God for that. It was actually quite good. It's quite funny. You might like the bit when Jack and his dog in Crosby, that's it, and they were doing a chase scene with this big nasty giant called Tulip. No, seriously, that's his name, Tulip. I mean, who would want to call a giant Tulip? It's not like he's the smell of flowers. Seriously, tulips is flowers, by the way, in case you were wondering. And I do remember in the playground in our primary school. Yeah, tell me about it, baby. And yeah, and everything was like a fine day every day. I mean, we do have our own ups and downs moments from time to time, but we just learn from it and just acknowledge and all that. And just get along with it. Tell me about it. So, yeah. I still remember this one time when me and Sophie had a huge fight. I don't want to talk about it though because I want to move on from that. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sophie wants that too. Oh, I see. Okay, that's nice, Sebastian. Very nice. Okay, so okay. Although when we were kids, and Sophie do sometimes argue about this one same seat at lunchtime. Yeah, but that's just really silly of me and silly of Sophie to argue about. But you know what? They get it. But that's just a silly little children bickering. And I'm pretty sure Sophie would agree with that. Yeah. Okay. So, but me and Sophie did come back to our terms and stay friends no matter what happens. Goody good. I'm actually quite glad for that. Phew. I'm still lucky that me and Sophie still see each other nowadays. Wow. Cool. Best friend forever, baby. I can easily could tell that Sophie might be giggling by now if she heard that. Yes. Okay. So yeah. And I still remember this one memory when oh, you're not going to believe this if I tell you this. So on that day when we're doing like ICT thing, you know what ICT means, right? It just means like computer time. We do sometimes do use that for lessons or sometimes have a bit of free time, something like that. But I remember this one time we were doing our like taking turns to have like a free time on the computers. Yeah, well, I just remember when Sophie had her turn, she was drawing really nice. I couldn't even remember what it was that she drew, but I'm pretty sure it was really lovely because I know it was lovely anyway. Because I remember I gave her the compliments like, "Wow, well done, Sophie, you're the best drawer." Better as me too. Yeah, and then when it's like Jenny's turn, you never guess what she just did. Oh my Disney God, she literally scribbles over Sophie's drawing on the paint thing on the computer. Oh my God. Sophie was like, like so angry she wants to slap Jenny in the face. I mean, I won't blame her if she really wants to hit Jenny, but I kind of encourage her to not to. Tell me about it, Mickey. Tell me about it. But I know Jenny means well, and I do know Jenny full well that she never really meant to do that. Although, when we were kids, Jenny is not always that nice sometimes. She is lovely though, don't get me wrong, as a reminder. Yeah. But sometimes she can be a snitch. Yeah. Seriously, Sebastian, doing that Mamma Mia. Basically, Josh, we two teachers, well, one teacher and one staff member, they both were in the same room as me and the students in the computer room. Yeah. So they are already aware of what's going on because we were like, well, me and Sophie and Jenny were like, hey, like arguing to each other. Like, that's what girls do. Tell me about it. Well, at least I supported Sophie on that time. My God. Okay. But luckily for our teacher, the woman, she was really lovely. Yeah, she did tell Jenny off and to never do something like that again. And she did tell Sophie to calm down. Yeah, no, something like that. Okay. Oh, I still remember this one day when we first met Leah the first time. Oh, she was a lovely little girl. I mean, seriously, you would have loved Leah if you ever met her in real life. I mean, seriously, she's really lovely. Still think about her, still miss her sometimes. Even I still moving on, like moved on from the past, but still sometimes it's not always that easy to forget things from your childhood, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, seriously, Mia and Sophie adored Leah. She was really lovely. But I feel like more attached to Leah sometimes because every time I hang out with Leah, I feel like I'm a big sister to Leah. Sophie feels the same thing too. Yeah, basically, me and Sophie are like a big sisters to Leah, even though we're not really like sisters like biologically, but still, I'm just saying. Hmm. Okay, and then until that one time when Sophie and Jenny left school, I missed them terribly, but mostly Sophie though. You probably wouldn't blame me now, would you? I don't think so, because I'm more attached to Sophie because she's more like a sister to me as she is as being a friend. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, and I still kind of forget about Sophie ever since that year, 2000 in 2009. Actually, yeah, I think I'm starting to remember now. Yeah, until in 2011, I met Sophie again. Hang on, whoa. I can't even remember now, but I'm pretty sure I'm assuming it could be 2011 or so, because I did start it in the same high school with Sophie in 2011. Anyway, yeah, because I do remember I met some other familiar faces that I also used to know from a different primary school before the primary school I've been telling you guys already. So yeah, I remember I saw Daniel, I remember Elliot, Liam, so cool guys from my primary schools. Yeah, I do sometimes miss these guys. I mean, seriously, I miss all of the people I've known from high school, as I miss some of the people from primary school and the primary school the one I met Sophie from. Tell me about it. Oh, if I have to be really honest, Sophie isn't really technically my first best friend. Well, she is now, officially. But at first, when I was in a different primary school before I met Sophie, I did have well, two best friends, and they were called Gazelle and Amy. Oh, they were lovely girls. Amy is like slightly older than me, so I still remember that little picture of me and Amy together in her garden from our house. Oh boy, yeah, wow, what a great time ever. And I remember Gazelle so well. She was lovely too. She can be cheeky, but she is funny. She's adorable. She's amazing to be friends with. And me and Gazelle actually quite it's a bit similar to how I feel with Sophie. Yeah. Even though no, I haven't seen Gazelle for a long time since I'd say 2007. I have to be honest. Yep. I will never forget about Gazelle. She was like a good friend of mine. But still, but no matter what happens or where she is, she will always remain my best friend, no matter what. I mean, seriously. But just because I met Gazelle before Sophie, that doesn't really mean like necessarily means Sophie's not my first best friend. Of course, she's my first best friend, actually. Because, like I said earlier, I did said Sophie is now official first best friend. Yeah, because she's the one I mostly seen. Anyway, so it is true to be fair. So I mean, I don't think you could possibly blame me for this one. Tell me about it. Okay, uh, so I got some few memories I can share Well, I do remember this one time. So true, Joshy. So true. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I got myself distracted there. Okay. Um. Hmm. Sorry about that. Just a little fluff. Okay. Let's see what else. What should I talk about? I do remember me going to Spain as a holiday for the first time. That first time was with just me, my dad, and my older sister. Yeah, because I remember we used to go. We went there with my my dad's oldest friend. Yeah, ex-friend. I won't say any more about that because it's not my business. So I just remember went to Spain with my dad and my sister, along with my dad's ex-friend, and his friend's daughter. Yeah. I never forget that memory because I remember that like one night I was sleeping in my bed until my mom woke me up, telling me that I'm going on a holiday with my dad. And I was like, what? What's going on? I wasn't expecting like, oh, something like that. Well, I didn't exactly said the way I said it just now. I kind of said a slightly little different because I was a kid at the time, and I did say it like multiple times that I don't really speak much the way I do now. Even I still can't get a little nervous talking to you guys during my streams sometimes. I mean, I don't think you could possibly blame me for feeling that. I can't even remember the exact year it was when I first went to Spain, but I know it was in sometime during the 2000s era. Oh, okay. Okay, so, although, can I just be honest? That's I can't even remember exactly where exactly in Spain I went as my first holiday because, yeah, tell me about it. Actually, hang on, whoa. I think that's my second holiday. I think my first holiday was in Wales. Sorry, got a bit confused. Sometimes I got a little lost track. So please don't judge me. Thank you. That's my least concerns. Okay. I don't know. Cosmic Nations. I'm. Can I just break you up with you there? You're mishearing what I'm saying. I never said or mentioning I'm going to Spain. I simply said I went to Spain as a kid, not like now. So please don't assume things like that, okay? Thank you. I know you mean well, but thanks. Okay, so. Oh, Miss Juanita, I didn't see you there. Oh my. Oh, okay. I just didn't recognize you there because I usually recognize you when you have this other profile. Sorry about that. But never mind. Don't worry. I said Wales was my first holiday is because I remember because I did say that in my other stream that I remember a photo of me on the surfing board on the beach. Well, the sea. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm, hmm. Uh, sorry about that. It's just my mom going to bed. Um, hang on. Hmm. I remember this little party in my primary school. The one I where I met Sophie from, because although Sophie wasn't really there at the time because she already left that primary school at the time when I had this party. Night, Mom. Okay, so I don't really remember much about that party, but I do remember the photo. Me dancing with Leah and one of the boys from my class, of course. Yeah. Okay. And I do remember I had my face painted because I remember this other picture on that same party with me with this butterfly face paint with my mom with me about to take me home for my school party. Woo, good party. And we did have this song called Simon Says. I think that's what it's called anyway. Because you know that song that goes like this. Slide to the left, slide to the right. You might remember that if you search it up. It's okay if you never heard of it, but I'm gonna say Cosmic. I told you already. I didn't say I'm going to Spain. Does people ever listen what I'm saying these days sometimes? Sorry, no offense, but sometimes people just like to assume things that I'm gonna do something in like later when it's not really exactly true. So yeah. So anyway, my apologies if I sound rude, but please just thank you. So okay, so yeah, I just remember the party. So that same high school, when when I met Sophie again. Well, basically, I remember my first class. You haven't done anything wrong, Devon. So why apologizing? You haven't done anything wrong. I was talking to someone else. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, high school. Okay, so oh yeah, I remember my other friend Hannah. She was really nice as well. Yeah, and hang on a minute. I just remember someone else that I also know from this primary school, the one I met Daniel from. His name was Iftihar. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was one of my friends from that same primary school. So yeah, sorry. Got distracted again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do got good friends from the past and present, as in like right now in nowadays. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this other boy from my primary school, and his name was David. He was really nice. He even helps me sometimes when I need any help. Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's like a brother to me, you know. Yeah, I can't even stop think about him. He's really nice, really. Yeah, I do sometimes misses him. The way I misses Amy and Gazelle. Mm. Oh, and I also miss Elliot. Oh, he was a lovely little boy. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I did. Okay, sorry about that. My dad was just finishing his game. Woo! I think I can talk a little louder now, shall I? Woo! Thank you. Well, okay. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind sharing the room sometimes, but sometimes I do. Sometimes don't always feel comfortable having people in the same room. When I'm like singing or about to do something like editing or whichever I do on my computer, because sometimes I just don't like people watching what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know my parents means well, and I know for what I should always respect all my family members in the house around me, and yet, I mean, I do have to accept that share the room anyway. But it's not always that easy because every time I try to do something, I just don't like my parents or my sister coming into the room like every time on a certain time a day. No matter what I did, they just keep coming in and out, like open and close, open and close the door. Like seriously. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do have to be pretty honest with you, Devon. It is true to be honest. I do sometimes get bullied by this Daniel person, even though he doesn't realize that. But still, I don't think. I mean, seriously, I know he didn't actually mean to hurt my feelings and all, but still, I just don't want to talk about it anymore since I'm friends with him now ever since high school. Even though I don't really see him the way I see Sophie and that, but still, I just don't feel like interacting with certain people that I've known from the past sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I do sometimes, just not all the time, because sometimes I just like to move on in my life. Yeah, but no need to apologize, Diva. You haven't done anything wrong. I mean, seriously, you were only asking the question, so no need to apologize for asking the question. So yeah, so that's fair enough to say. Uh, yeah, and I did say in my other video about when I started going on YouTube and all. I started in 2016. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's been fine ever since then. And yes, I didn't get people, like comes and goes, like provoking me whenever I do to upload stuff on YouTube. I don't get that quite often when I first started on YouTube because I was new at the time, and some people were quite nice to me, so that's quite fair to say. Because I mean, I don't really care with some people who has real problems with me. I just like to focus on the people who actually understands me, who actually appreciates me and appreciate what I do and do not do. And also, yet, I just really want people to actually learn to move on from me if they really don't like me in general. Like, seriously, why can't they all just grow up and get a life, get themselves a job or something, instead of staying on YouTube thinking they have the right to bullying or whatever to me or to other people around them, because it's not even helping themselves or helping us for that matter. And I mean, seriously, it's not helping me for that either. I mean, seriously. Yeah, tell me about it. But yeah, I just want to be honest, okay? So just because what I just said just now, just don't take me too serious to the breaking point. Yes, and that's so true sometimes, Joshy. Bullying should definitely be illegal sometimes. But yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Some people, well, we can't always control what people say or do when it comes to criticism. But yes, still, and saying criticism as an excuse, honestly, God, no, seriously, people just like to make something as a reason when in reality it's just an excuses. So seriously, that's just my own point of view. If anyone wants to either agree or disagree, then fine. It's okay. Because like I said, you don't always have to agree with me with everything I say or do. So that's my whole point. Tell me that. Ow. Hit my hand. I mean hand. And did I ever mention that I'm autistic? Yep, I do have autism, by the way, as a kind reminder. And yet, I do have this special needs, and I have this learning disability. It means that it takes time for me to understand what everyone says to me. I mean, what everyone's around me, what they say or what they do. Because sometimes it's because I do sometimes find it hard to understand other people's feelings, if you get what I'm trying to say, by me pointing that out. I mean, seriously, it is it is true though. If some people want to deny that, then they're lost. I don't care. So, so yeah, still, yeah. So fair enough. And I mean, seriously, me and Sophie are both have autism, and yet me and Sophie have quite in common. Well, lots in common to be exact. But we do have some similarities, and we do have other differences. I mean, seriously, me and Sophie have same likes, same dislikes, and sometimes we both have different likes and different dislikes, if you get what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Um, Comprehension. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure you can able to tell me what that means if you don't mind, Sebastian. Because sometimes, because I did said I'm a slow learner sometimes. Yeah, something like that. There, Joshy, different personality. No, seriously. And I did say to my nan like the other day that because she said something about that she wants Bella to be more like our Betsy, my dogs. And I did said to my nan, well, you can't always expect something like that, Nan, because all dogs and all the animals are completely different people like us humans are. And my Nan actually agrees with me. Well, thanks, Nan, for agreeing with me for that one. No, seriously. I mean, seriously, just because no matter how you want things to be in your way, you should always acknowledge that things can't always. You know what? Tell me that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sebastian. So the word comprehension means the ability to process and understand the meaning of written text and to integrate it with existing knowledge. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sebastian. Good example. Thank you for giving me the answer, mate. I really kindly appreciate that, my friend. Okay. And I do sometimes not always really good looking at people in the eye like directly from time whenever they're talking to me, you know, because I do sometimes turn my head around whenever someone's talking to me, and I do sometimes, well, often get people to assume that I'm not listening, when in fact I was. But sometimes I do sometimes can't mishear them what they're saying, and I do sometimes have to ask them to repeat the question again because I sometimes can get confused what they're trying to ask me or what they're trying to say, because sometimes I just get confused because sometimes I do sometimes get in the wrong stick. And just because I have this autism, it doesn't mean I'm any different to anyone in general. No, of course not. I'm just like you boys and girls out there in general. Because, seriously, we may be different, but let me remind you, we are all not always that perfect, but we can't learn from it. Seriously, we are all different people who can learn from the better. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Sebastian. I hope you're okay. So yeah, seriously, I do sometimes get parents yell at me from time, and I don't like that from time. Even though I do something get used to it in the end, but sometimes it's not always nice to give me the lecture just because I don't always agree with them. Seriously, sometimes parents think they know more better than us kids do. Seriously, I know that's not always true, but sometimes it can. It just depends on how you see it in your own point of view when it comes to sharing your side of the story. So that's quite fair. Yeah, seriously, not just us kids or young adults or adults, whichever, or teenagers, it doesn't matter. Seriously, no matter how old we are still kids to our parents. That's the whole point of what I'm talking about. And yet, us kids sometimes we all need to acknowledge that our parents is the boss of us. Well, it's true sometimes. Well, most of the time. I can't possibly blame you there, Joshy. Can't blame you one bit. Seriously. Because I did said what I said to my nan. Because if you remember what I just said about what my nan said about Bella should be more like Betsy, and I said, well, you don't always have to be the same as the other because it would be boring. Because I learned that from this Angelina Ballerina episode. Wow. It's from the episode when Angelina went to a new school. Yeah, I just remembered that because I remember Angelina's mom told Angelina if things were like the same, things would be weird. Like, wow. But crazy. Well, to be honest with you, Sebastian, I totally agree with you, and especially agree with your mom when you said that she said good things come when you get priorities done. Well said. Hey, Sebastian, my friend, tell your mom that she's 100% right, and tell her that I agree with her. Because me and your mom will be positive people. We're both equal. Seriously, those, even myself, who are positive. We know what we do, what we think is right when it comes to being positive. Totally agree with you there, Joshy. Totally agree with you dude. Yeah. And I did say like a few times before that friends don't always have to agree with friends all the time. It's because sometimes it's okay to disagree. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, sorry about that, boys and girls. I hope you can able to hear me now. Sorry about that. My computer cuts me off as usual. So anyway, hang on, need to do something. Okay, that's good. Hey, watch it, you stupid phone. Okay, so here I am. Okay, so I don't know. I think I was up to the bit when we were talking about agreeing and disagreeing. Yeah. You know what? Just give me just for a moment, boys and girls. I need to turn my computer off so I can turn it back on again. Because that way, the internet comes back on. And it's off. And now it's on. Yeah. And it's on. And it's off. Off. And it's on. E-I-I-D-O. Now it's on. I'm joking. You might get what I was doing right there, because I remember this thingy song from the Tweenies, but let me remind you, I'm twisting the words. Well, the lyrics of the song. Ta-da! Okay. Okay. Joshy, you really had to do it, mate. You're doing the Tweenies theme tune. Oh, I never forget about the Tweenies. Childhood. I mean, seriously. No, seriously. I mean, I remember this one VHS that I used to watch. Some of you might remember watching a video about it, where I did a video about this one Tweenies VHS called "Ready to Play with the Tweenies." Like, hey, are we going to play? Come along and play with the Tweenies. Yep, I seriously, I'm crazy with the theme song. Okay. You computer, I'll do me as in. Sorry about that. Okay. And I do remember some good songs actually from the Tweenies. Something about over and under the mountain. I remember that one. Ah, stupid computer. Why do you keep doing this every time I turn it on? Okay, sorry about that. Computer is stupid. Stupid as a brain, more like. Okay, now you're reacting. Hey, I can see my live video popping up. Okay, don't watch it, because otherwise it will probably be doing. I mean, it would be crazy if I hear my own voice while doing live. Ooh, nice video. I'll play that in a minute. Well, that's cool, Joshy, because I like that quote from the Tweenie as well. Tweenie clock, where will it stop? Do 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 do, and then do 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 do, and that's it. And then sometimes it can be either song time, messy time, like art crafts, and the story time, news time, and surprise time. Oh my god, I've just remembered all of it. I think they have a TV time as well. Yeah, I just remember that now. Because I remember this one peculiar song when the Tweenies were watching this thingy on the telly, and because they were singing about being small. I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you. Yeah, I remember that song. Okay, don't get yourself flustered. You know what? I might have known. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, just need to do something. Okay, I think that's done. Okay, it's coming. Okay, get yourself ready. You clearly just read my mind, Joshy. I'm smaller than you. And I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller of the other two. The size of the toes to our eyes. We're friends. Become friends. Friends. I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller up to the other two. One, two sides, to our eyes. And we're tense because we're friends. Friends. Okay, last one. I'm smaller than you. And I'm smaller than you. I'm smaller than all the other two. Inside to our life. because we're friends. And now all the Tweenies sing together.
We're all on different sides, from our toes up to our eyes. There are differences. There are differences. Because
We're friends. Okay, Tweenies, get yourself ready. I'm smaller than you. And I am smaller than you.
I'm smaller than you.
And I'm not smaller than any. Oh, but I'm smaller than you.
True, Bella. True.
Inside, from our toes
To our eyes, we're friends. We're friends.
So,
Yeah. Well, basically, that's a good catchy song for the Tweenies, to be honest with you, boys and girls. And to those who've been asking me what's the name of the song, it just called I'm Too Small. So yeah, I just remember it's more about Jake, one of the Tweenies characters, was upset because the other three were being horrible to him for treating him like he's the baby of the group. Yeah. Well, I know they all mean well, but they should have known better the way they treated him in the episode. So, can you really blame me for saying what I'm saying? I don't think so. It's quite good to listen to these songs. And I thought, you know what? Get yourself ready, Sparkles, because you got an idea to get everyone activated, as in dancing time or singing time, whichever. Hang on, because I got a playlist. And I know where to find it, baby. Okay, here we go, baby. Exactly, Joshy. Exactly. Sorry, clear throat. I don't know which other song to listen to next. Maybe one song before we go. Well, before I go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, boys and girls, get yourself ready, because this is going to be the last song for this video.
with so many holiday homes on Booking.com.
Oh, shut up. Oh, these outfits are so annoying. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me. No, Jake, you've got to stretch really high. Oh, I'm trying.
Try this one. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me.
Okay, what the hell, Milo?
Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me.
Oh, Jake's giant steps are teeny.
Oh, they're as big as I can do them. Stand-ups! Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me. Everybody do this, do this, do this. Everybody do this, just like me. Everybody do this, just like me.
Okay, that's the last one. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, I hope you all had a wonderful time. Well, bye, boys and girls. And before I go, I already told you like 3 or 4 times already, Cosmic. I didn't said I'm going to Spain. Can you please stop asking that when I already told you like 3 times already? Honestly. Okay, so sorry about that. So anyway, thank you, boys and girls. Okay, well, bye for now. Bye.